Very good morning to you. How are you doing? And welcome to Life and Style on Monday. That means we're all about inspiring, empowering, and making you the very best version of yourself that there ever could be. On Motivate today, we are at the Zura Hotel in Westlands, and we're here to talk to a household name, a person we all know and love. We see him on our TV. I'm talking about a senior reporter at KTN, Dennis Onsarigo of Case Files. We want to find out what makes him tick. He has a very, very interesting story because he started off as a cameraman, now an investigative journalist. Let's go talk to him. Dennis, how weird is this?
This is very interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're usually on this side of the show, but now you're there.
I think I like it here.
Really?
It
doesn't unnerve you to not know what you're going to be asked?
No. I think I've been in this field for a very long time now.
Asking the questions.
To anticipate what an answer will be from a person, maybe.
Yeah? So you're good?
I'm good to go.
I have a feeling, you know, most of the times I have interviews with people who are used to asking questions, they end up asking you the questions. I hope we won't have that here.
I have no plans at all.
Zero.
This is your show.
Great stuff.
Yes.
Very cooperative. You know, Dennis, I think we've talked about this before.
Where?
How people look at you, the things you've achieved at a very, very young age. But the one thing they don't know is the things that you had to do, the life you had to live, the dreams you had. Some have come true, some have not come true for you to get to where you are. I'm sure this is not the end of the line, but there's always a story that people do not know. There's always something that you did, some mistakes, some challenges, some really good things that got you here. And that is why we're here today on Motivate to talk about those things that you have done that have gotten you to this point. And I know where you've come from. I know a bit of the story, and I'm happy that we are alumni of the same college. Were you in Powerhouse?
Yes, I was.
KMC.
In fact, I became the team leader when we won it, I think in the year 2002 or something.
Wait a minute, so
yes.
we can do the...
Yes, I think we're the pioneers
what
of
is it called? What was it called?
It was a pledge or something.
It was a pledge.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Do you?
I can't recite it. I'm very poor with...
What is it?
Stuff in the past.
Yes. I'll try to remember it. But before KMC, is this what you wanted to be? Taking you back to that village in Kisii, is this what you wanted to be?
I think so. When I wanted to become a journalist, I used to buy a newspaper and just read, and I used to imitate a KBC presenter. And my mom will just, you know, the way you sit on the stairs, you're trying to read something and your mom is telling you, Dennis, you need to go do something.
Yes.
Instead of spending time reading newspapers here. Newspapers were 30 shillings that time, I guess. And so every Sunday, my mom will give me 60 shillings to go buy 2 newspapers, The Standard and The Nation. Apart from reading about big political stories in the country, I'll sit and try and imitate people on TV.
You have those fake microphones,
exactly.
like a remote.
Yeah.
Or a shoe brush.
Fast forward. I finished high school and I was not the best in class, yes.
Okay.
But I said, this is not the end of it. I can do something with my life. So I said, I want to become a journalist. I joined the college that you did join.
KIMC. The great.
Yes, the great KIMC. And then later on, look at where we are. Yes.
When you got into college, it wasn't that easy, because even KIMC was not just picking everyone. It's not what it is now. They had a quota system of some sort where they'd pick only 2. How did you even know about the school and apply for it?
It was very interesting because each year after high school, we tried to apply to come to KIMC. That particular time, we used to go to the county commissioner's office to apply, the information desk, the information department for you to apply.
Yes.
And we used to do our applications on a yellow paper. That was the application.
Yes.
And then you used to sign on a red one or something like that. So we did it 2-3 times, but we never went through. And I said, why can't I apply for some other course?
So you'd go back to the office to actually check if you've been picked?
Yes, but when you get there are only 2 names.
Yes.
In a county, you're locked out.
Yeah.
But I feel it was not on merit that particular time. It was a son of who and a daughter of someone, so you get a chance of going to college.
To the school, yeah.
But we said, how do we then beat the system? Let's apply for something else. I applied for something else. I applied to become an engineer.
At the same school?
Yes.
And you got accepted?
Yes, I was accepted for a 9-month course in engineering or something like that. And then
Engineer Dennis Onsarigo.
I'm telling you. So I get to KMC with my other many colleagues.
Yes.
And I said, this is not what, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
So I formally applied now to become a broadcast journalism student. And I was given that chance to just sit there and become a journalist. But remember, I'd already done 6 months of engineering training, which was, I love engineers, but it is not my thing. It has never been my thing.
Do you know they had a place in Moroto where just the engineers would
Exactly.
sleep? They were not mingling with everyone else. It was a serious course.
They never had time for jokes. They
No.
never had time for tea at 4 o'clock.
No.
No. These were very serious people. You crack a joke in class, someone wants to crack a math question. So after 6 months, I applied. I went to the principal.
Yeah.
He told me, Dennis, but your fellow students have been in class for the last 6 months. I told him, these are my notes. I've been attending this. I have been attending these classes when I have a chance.
So you ditch your engineering class?
Exactly, to go attend broadcast journalism classes.
Yes.
There were so many of us, 110 or so. So it was very hard for someone to notice.
Identify this is
there's
not
a
a
novice
student. Yeah.
among us. So I even did cuts. He said, but they have done cuts, I have done cuts. So he said, then go see your head of department. I went to see the head of department. God, I love her, Mrs. Ludava.
Yes.
And then she said, Dennis, I think you're late. I told her, Madam, I'm not late. And then she said, fine, come, join us. That's what happened.
Wow.
Yes.
You are a leader in school and you ooze of leadership right now. So we're going to be talking about that later. But you made really, your class was really interesting. It had the who's and who's who are in the media industry right now. Do you think that is something that's happening then? It's not happening now at KMC, where everybody would actually get into the industry?
I think it's because of the issues we went through as a class.
Yeah.
We were that unwanted class, so to say.
What do you
I'm telling you, because
you guys went on strike.
yes, we went on strike at some point.
We still
because
talk about
felt,
it today.
Yeah, because we felt we were not getting the attention we deserved. Because
Okay.
we were supposed to become broadcast journalism students, but they were training us to become print journalists. So we had a problem with that. But fast forward, we managed to sit through class
Yes.
with, as you said, who is who in the market at the moment.
Yeah.
And we graduated and we managed to come into Biashara. Yes.
Interesting that you graduated and finished, but the first job you got was not anything. Well, it wasn't close to what you wanted to be, but you still went ahead for that. Just tell us about that.
Again, I told you, you cannot burn down a house for you to kill a rat. I
Yes.
mean, you somehow have to get this rat out of the house. So what I did, I realized as long as you're in this industry, there are no second chances for you to become a journalist.
Yep.
Bosses want to employ people who know what they want to do, okay? There is no second guessing. If someone wants to send you to Buruburu to go cover a fire tragedy,
Yeah.
they're not saying, can Dennis bring us the story? Can he not bring us the story? Can we depend on him? No, it doesn't work like that. So I realized I can't get into mainstream media as a journalist, quote unquote,
Yeah.
but I can get in as a cameraman first. Okay. So, and it doesn't mean that I have a low opinion about camera people, something
No.
like that, Apana. It takes, what made me freak out is because it has to take you 3 years for you to become a camera person. Okay. It's training, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
The same time that it takes for you to become, let's say, a broadcast journalist.
Yeah.
So, my good friend Anne Murungi, she used to work for Kempiski now, doing her own business. She calls me up, she says, I went to Nation yesterday. They wanted to give me a job of a camera person. I told them I can't do it, but I know someone in college who can do it. And that someone is you, Dennis. I told her, Anne, but I...
Nimefanya podcast
Sijafanya-
journalism.
yes,
Sijafanya
sijafanya camera work.
Because camera was a whole
Yes.
department on its
Yes,
own.
but in my course, it was just a unit.
Yes.
So you just learn camera angles, camera works, all those things. That's it. Just read it on paper, leave it there. You'll never even touch it. So I call my girlfriend, who is my wife now.
Interesting.
Yes, I ask her, babe, I need to go for an interview tomorrow. And there's no vacancy for a broadcast journalist. There's
Yes.
a vacancy for a camera
camera.
person. She laughed. She said, Dennis, it's not a joke. You can't be a cameraman overnight. You can't do it. I told her, just give me the basics. She said, I know a lecturer of
she'd
mine.
studied.
She was there, yes.
Yes.
She said, I know a lecturer of mine who can help you. Then she gave me the number. I called him up. Long story short, he showed up in college that morning. The
day of the interview.
Yes, the interview was supposed to be at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. I was there at 5:30 in the morning. Mr. Manyara, that was his
Yeah,
name.
Mr. Manyara.
Mr. Manyara shows up and he says, I hear you want to go for an interview, yes. And you think you can be a cameraman in 1 hour? I told him no, but you can teach me what I need to know about camera work.
Yes.
Then he said, fine, do you know how to mount a camera?
Zilch.
Mounting cows. I said, wait a minute. Are you saying I should put a camera on top of a tripod or something?
Yes.
I said, yes.
Okay.
So I tried, it failed. He showed me how to do it. And do you know how to balance a camera? I said, I don't know. Show me. He showed me. Then do you know how to switch on a camera? I said, I don't know. Then he showed me how to do it. He said,
Yes.
Dennis, I don't think you'll get this. I don't think you'll get this. But before I went for that interview, I asked Anne, it's always good to know
Yeah.
what kind of a person you're going to meet for an interview. So I asked Anne, what kind of a boss is this person I'm going to meet tomorrow? He said, this man has no time.
Whoa.
He's always on the move. I said, fine. There can be a shortcut here. A good shortcut. So what I did, I mean, we were young then. Looking back, it was a stupid mistake, yes, but it did not kill anyone. So before I left, went bought a VHS tape.
Uh-huh.
I wrote class projects,
Uh-huh.
2000 I think, and 3 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to Nation. So I've left
There's nothing
Mr.
inside
Manyara.
this tape?
There's nothing in the tape,
Okay.
nothing. But it's fast forwarded kidogo for someone to think it has played all these, you know, the way VHS tapes are transparent. You're laughing?
Yes.
So you think there's a project if you see it has been forwarded
Yeah.
or rewound or something like
Yes.
that. So Mr. Manyara says, I wish you well. In fact, he gave me, I think, 100 bob. Just go to town. I didn't have money. I was on I didn't have money. So I get to town and the first thing, I go see Mr. Kimaita Magiri. That was his name. I say, hello, Mr. Kimaita Magiri. He said, fine. So you're the Dennis. He said, are you a very good cameraman? I said, yeah, I'm a good cameraman. And then he said, fine, there's a lady here. She wants to do a show.
Yeah.
Her name is Wangeshi Murage. You can go with her. She's going to Norfolk Hotel for a show.
Wow.
Then I said, before I go, I thought I should give you my class project. Kimaita took the tape and he said, Anne said, you're a good cameraman. We don't have to do this.
So he didn't check the
He
tape?
didn't check it.
You went on the fast job?
Yes, he didn't check it. It's internship, no job.
Okay,
Remember,
internship,
yes. So Wangeshi Murage shows up, says, okay, Dennis, going for this interview, yes, this is what I need from you, nini, acrobatics, I'm supposed to do, all those things. I said, fine, what you covered, woman. And then I was showed the engineering department where I was supposed to go and pick up a camera from.
Yes.
I get there, I realized this camera has been modified. It's not what I was used to. What I saw back in camps was a DSR 300. What I saw at the engineering department was a DSR maybe 350 or 400. I didn't even take time to understand what it was. So it had 2 power points. So I switch on one.
It's still not working.
It's not working. I called Mr. Manyara, and then that time calling 1 minute was 100
shillings, yeah.
Okay, that is the only money I had on my phone. So I beeped him. I don't want to say flash, it sounds bad. I beeped him.
You flashed
He
him.
called me back, yes. So Dennis, I told him, I have a camera, but it's not powering on. What am I supposed to do? He said, can you describe? I told him it's a bit longer than the one that you are showing me how to work on it.
Yes.
They said, can you try and see whether there's another red button somewhere? So I looked for it, I got it, I said, I can see it, and switch it on. So the lens came on. I said, thank you very much. So what I did, to cut this story short, I called Wangeshi to a briefing room. I told her, Wangeshi, let me ask you something, and this is out of respect.
Okay.
Were you born a producer?
No.
She said no. Were you born a host?
No.
I said, no. I said, do you believe if you give someone a chance, they can become anything in life? She said, yes. Where are you going with this? I told her, fine. I'm not a cameraman. Okay. But this is the only way I was to get into Nation Center. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going for this job with you. When we come back, please give a good report about this work.
God.
Okay.
Did she listen?
I bet that's what she did, because I was never shown the door after that, okay?
Yes.
And that was the start of my career as a journalist. Yes.
Camera work.
Camera work for 1 year. Yes.
When did that transition come in, though?
To a reporter.
Yes.
1 year later.
1 year
Yes,
later.
my,
so by the time
my
you're done,
internship is coming to an end.
Yes.
I was interning, then they put us on a stipend or something, and then it came to an end abruptly. So we had to leave. So I said, I can't leave. I've been learning how to script. I've been learning how to voice. I can't just leave this industry. So I went to another media boss, Katu Nzile.
Yeah.
I tell Nzile, I think I'm a journalist. He said, even my grandmother is a journalist. You know, my grandmother can report about an accident in Tala.
Okay.
You know that?
Okay.
That's journalism. I said, boss, give me a chance. He said, you can't just come to my office and tell me you want to become a journalist. I said, but there's Concours d'Elegance at Carnival. Can I go? Can I go alone with my camera? Go do something, then come back, have a look at it? He said, fine, you go. In his head, I think he thought, we miss it, we don't miss it, it's not a big story.
Yeah.
We can run it as for our viewers, an underlay, picture without sound. So I go to Carnival, come back, voice, send him my script. I even knew how the system worked. I knew where to place my script, how to title it, all those, because I'd taken my time. Everyone used to go, I used to stay in the office to learn a few things, learn camera. I became a very good cameraman, so you know, by the way. Joe Agay will tell you this. I was his camera person.
Okay.
Yes, he will tell you this. He later became my boss. Rita Sinena, I used to be a camera person. There's a time we went to Kasarani. She was so mad I missed a shot. I told her, you know what, cameras take time to light up or to power on. So if I missed a shot, I'm sorry I missed a shot. But so Brenda Mlinya, I've been a cameraman to all these people you can imagine in the industry.
Wow.
Fine. Where was I?
You went to Concours.
Yes, I come back, do my script, send it to Kazu and Zile. Zile was a very chap guy, so he's looking at my script, he's looking at me, looking at my script, looking at me. He said, Chief, come, sit. Are you the one who wrote this? I told him, yes, of course I'm the one who wrote it. Are you sure? He said, you're a very good writer. So, can you voice? I said, yes, I've already voiced. Who told you to voice? I said, I thought I should voice so that you go listen to it. If it's okay, I can now come and read this script that you have given to me.
Yes.
Let's go. Went, listened, you know what he said, and I laughed about it. He said, we must put you on TV when he listened to me. Then he took me to Nico Macau, was the boss now. He said, Nico, this guy can become a news presenter. I laughed about it. I said, you know what, I'm a novice, I can't do this. I just want to do my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said, fine, voice it. 7 o'clock, it was a big deal. Called my mama, called my girlfriend, now my wife, called my friends. I'll be on TV at 7 o'clock. Yes, I'll be on TV. My God, I was on TV. Everyone in that newsroom clapped for me.
Wow.
That was my starting point. But that was Swahili.
Swahili.
Only for another 1 year.
Okay.
So my English version came one afternoon, 1 o'clock. There are no people in the newsroom. I said, you know what? It will not kill me to voice international news scripts. It will not kill me. My boss was Betty Dindi, one of the toughest bosses in this industry. I love her to bits. She's a stickler to work. She knows her thing, no nonsense. I mean, she listens to me on TV at 1 o'clock. She's asking me, whose voice is that? I looked around. I said, it is Dennis's voice. Which Dennis? I said, me. Who told you to voice?
Oh my God.
I said, no one. You don't just do things the way you want to do them. But she's telling me this, she's listening. So I got it. Her attention is divided. She liked my voice. She did not have a problem with it, okay? Then she said, fine. But you don't just decide when to voice or not to voice.
Wow.
Now go voice it for 9 o'clock.
And there you are.
That was it.
English version launched.
Yes.
So growing into all of this, I mean, shifting houses and coming to KTN, getting into the investigative and a very, very, it's a space for few, the courageous, the bold ones, because it comes with a lot of things. How did that happen for you? Why this interest?
I think I discovered something that journalism is a very big environment. It's a very big field.
Yeah.
You can decide to report about science. You can decide to report about agriculture, all those things.
Yeah.
I realized if there's something that brings people together, if there's something that scares people out of their skin, it's crime.
Yeah.
Okay. Crime makes you stop cooking just to watch on TV thinking, this might happen to me. I said, why don't I go into crime? But first, you have to establish your own network. So you have to know policemen, create your own sources in intelligence, in military, in police. That's what I did, slowly. Just hanging on to the tales of other senior journalists, especially print journalists in Nation at that particular time. So that's how I got into investigative journalism. And I said, you know what, this is a field that has not been explored much by English reporters, okay? So I decided to do it. And I mean, looking back, I think it has been a very good story. Because
I think your name now, it found a home. Yes, you were doing all these other things, but this gave you a home. Like when you mentioned Dennis, then we can see, we can picture, we can see the stories come and go. But, you know, people in the limelight have a way of having their lives torn into pieces by other people in the media as well, and this will be the blogs and everything. But you have managed to keep a very sane, professional outlook to what you do. How easy or difficult was that for you to separate these two worlds? Being a father, husband?
I think people forget something about human beings.
Yeah.
Every human being makes a mistake at some point in life. Maybe I've not made a mistake for me to be in the blogs. Or maybe...
You're very good at covering the mistakes.
No, maybe. Maybe you just decide to keep your own business to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you must do. You must learn to separate family and work. If you don't have that line, you must also learn to separate professionalism from hanging out. We hang out. I mean, we go for a drink somewhere. We do our thing out there. But when it comes to work, then your company expects you to uphold some kind of image. Okay. Because, and again, our field is a bit tricky.
Yeah.
We have many enemies. Not many people like to be exposed.
Yep.
So maybe that one has made me understand that you need to keep your things to yourself sometimes. Because if I expose you today, what if you get information about me tomorrow? You'd want to expose me.
I'll definitely want to do
but
that.
I'm a believer that as long as I don't step on you with malice,
yeah,
I'm just doing my job. I mean, if I can be what I can be now, if I can be what I am now, and I'm not saying I'm anything big, but in my own small space, I'm something.
Yes.
I look at myself as a father who has a family of 5 kids, okay, who owns a small piece of land in Runyenjes, but Kenya Power wants to put up power in my location, but they need my small piece of land to put up a transformer. Kenya Power is a very big company. I mean, they have millions. They can buy your land and buy your family, but they have to consult you.
Yes.
As I look at it. So in my own small way, in my own small kingdom, as small as it is, with 1 or 2 subjects, okay. I mean, I thank God for that, and that's what drives me. I feel
beautiful. I'm
my own person at this particular time, and I'd rather, and I've said this a million times, I'd rather die standing than kneel begging for anything.
Wow.
I believe in that. I believe in that philosophy. People will respect you for having a stand. People will despise you if they can set standards for you. I believe in that. Yes.
I think we can end this conversation. What do you think?
I don't know. But something for the young people out there. I'm not speaking as someone who has accomplished everything in life.
Do you want to speak right into the camera?
Yes.
Okay.
This is very interesting.
I know, interesting, right?
Someone listening to me, I mean, people will try and limit you. People will tell you because you failed in your high school, then you can only manage for you to go to a vocational training, okay? Yeah. People will tell you because you are out of marriage, you can't have a chance again of starting afresh. People will tell you your boyfriend, I mean, this is very interesting for people. If your boyfriend left you, then you don't have to sit in a corner and cry about it. I mean, stand up, dust yourself. You have 24 hours to make a difference.
Wow.
You have 24 hours to make a difference. You can start now. I started from somewhere. I mean, look at me. Am I in a suit? Yes, I'm in a suit.
You look really
okay?
good, by the way.
I look very good,
Yes,
okay?
you do. Yes, you do.
So stand up.
Yeah.
I mean, make a difference.
Yeah.
You have 24 hours like any other person. And something that should encourage you over and over again, that we are human beings. And what makes us very human, even if you have money, power, guns, there's a place that makes you very small in the eyes of everyone, the bathroom. So don't give up on life. Never.
Thank you so much for that. Yes. Thank you so much for creating time. Great sport. It was lovely. Did I do a good job? Now that you've been in the industry longer.
Did I do a good job?
Yes, you did a great job.
Okay.
Great sport.
Asante sana.
You can get a tongeko kando?
Kabisa.
Okay, so if you won't stand up for anything, then you're not standing up for. Just stop. Just stop. You need to set your standards today. You need to stand up for something. You need to set the rules. Nobody should set the standards for you from Onsarigo right here, and you need to take that seriously because it's your life. No one is getting 36 hours. Everyone is getting 24 hours. So what you do with that makes a whole load of difference. So go make a difference today. It's been Motivate with your host Mwikali. We're taking a very short commercial break. When we come back, we have Catherine Mwangi on Books and Blogs.
For digital marketing, you know, you are, let's say social media, you are out there, you're interacting with audience, so, and many people are doing the same thing. So what will make you outstanding is the content.